Oh my goodness, golly gee willikers. I have had an amazing time playing Borderlands 4. And it got me thinking, how is Borderlands 4 going to play on Switch 2? Because I'm pretty excited about it coming out on Switch 2. But before we talk about that, we've got to talk about how is Borderlands 4 playing on other systems. And this is where we get into some drama. Randy Pitchford calls Borderlands 4 pretty damn optimal amidst PC performance complaints. Let's see what he says here. But please accept that the game is doing a lot of running pretty optimally, and that you may have to either accept some trade-off between FPS features and resolution as your preference, or you will continue to be disappointed. And what he's talking about here is he's talking about the PC performance. So this is just PC, and it seems to be running pretty bad. There's many people that have really good PCs, a lot of new tech, a lot of new hardware, and they're having problems running this game. So he goes on to say, it has few real issues, and those that do persist affecting very, very small percentage of users. And we see that that is not true. Many people are having problems on PC running this game. There was an analysis by Digital Foundry that says this. They say that the PC's performance, they tested the game on a high-end PC and highlighted stuttering 30 frames per second cutscenes and frame rate drops as some of the game's pervasive issues. So this scares me a little bit for Switch 2, not running that great on PC. So how is it running on PS5? Well, let's see. Borderlands 4 performance gets worse the longer you play on console. So it sounds like it has some kind of, I think they call it a RAM leak, a memory leak. That's what it is, not a RAM leak, a memory leak. And this is causing you to have to reset your PS5 Pro after a couple hours of play because it starts to get stuttery after a while. Now, in my personal experience, I have not experienced this on the PS5. It's run fine. I played for several hours last night continuously, and I didn't see any problems. So take that with a grain of salt. I don't know how many people are actually having these problems. So let's get to how's it going to be on the Switch 2, and let's see. Well, first we see here that it comes out October 3rd, 2025 for the Nintendo Switch 2. So we don't have long to wait on that. That is good. So how many frames per second is this game running on Switch 2? And it looks like it's running at 30 frames per second. I have taken a look at other people playing this game online. I'm not going to show that footage here because they have spent their hard-earned money going to these conventions, going to these places where they've had a chance to play the game. So if you want to watch that footage, it is on YouTube. Please take a look at it. But from what I've seen there are little hiccups every once in a while in certain parts when there's a lot of enemies. I didn't see much, but I saw a couple times where I was like, okay, I can see a slowdown there. But it looked pretty good. Now, can they fix some of that stuff? I think they can with updates. And you got to understand that this demo is an early release of the game. So I think they're going to work on it. And hopefully by the time of release, it is going to be good. Now, here's where I'm going to get into some more good news about Borderlands 4 on Switch 2, and that is mouse mode. Switch 2 only. The mouse mode is a feature exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2 version of Borderlands 4. So it will have the Joy-Con mouse controls. And if you've watched my channel, you have seen me play with the mouse controls on Fortnite specifically. And on Fortnite, I really enjoy these mouse controls. Now, am I better on the controller? I am still, but I'm getting much better with the Joy-Con mouse controls, and I really enjoy it better. okay, on with the mouse controls. I enjoy playing it more. And I can see where on Borderlands 4, the Joy-Con controls would come in handy, especially with flying enemies. I cannot stand, that's one thing about Borderlands so far that I cannot stand is these flying enemies. Cause like they come out of nowhere and all of a sudden you're like, burr, burr, who's hitting me? Who's hitting me? Well, it's an enemy above you. And I think with the mouse controls, it's going to be quicker response. Boom, you're right on them. And so I love seeing that. So that is good news for the Switch 2 version. And then one of the last things that I'm excited about is Borderlands 4 does have crossplay. Yay! Good job, Borderlands 4 and Nintendo. Crossplay, isn't that awesome? Let's give them a round of applause on that. Thank you for that, because now I don't have to worry about not being able to play with the guys on PS5 that play. So I can have another character on Switch 2. I will be buying it, so I'll have another character on Switch 2, and I'll be able to level that character up and have a good time. I'll be able to play wherever I want with the Switch 2, which will be awesome. Yes, thank you for crossplay. So that is another good positive. Now, the last topic I wanted to talk about was this. Randy Pitchford says Borderlands 4 on Switch 2 would require a download, but it gets worse than that. It's a game key card. Oh my goodness. Why? Why can't you give us the game? I looked in this article and it says in here, it talks about the game. Here it is, 40 gigabytes. It's a lot smaller than 100 gigabytes that's on PS5, but it's only 40 gigabytes. In the game cards, the like actual Nintendo Switch 2 game cards to put the whole game on, they're 65 gig. So there's plenty of space to give us the whole game. Why aren't you giving us the whole game? I mean, this is just, it's silly. So now we get a game key card and we get to download the rest of the game. So that's pretty disappointing, but I'm really looking forward to Borderlands 4 on Switch 2. I want to know, are you playing Borderlands 4 right now on another system? How is it going for you? Are you having problems? Is it glitchy? Anything like that? Let me know in the comments below. Hey, thanks for watching. God bless, and I'll see you on the next one.